Trying Times, a band whose four members aged from 20 to their mid-40s has emerged onto the metal scene with a former WSU student. Luke Klein, the 22-year-old bassist, has had a passion for music his entire life.
I grew up listening to Def Leppard and Motley Crue and all that stuff in middle school. Yeah. I actually didn't like rock music or metal music. I really like classical music and I like jazz music. At that point I was like, I will never listen to the screaming stuff, and then my friend showed me Fit for a King one time and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. So
Trying Times bass player Luke Klein never spent any time here at Kimbrough practicing his bass. He actually spent most of his time over there in Scott Coleman Hall practicing his bass. One of the founding members of Trying Times, Benji Burrell, speaks on how he was inspired to make the music that he does.
It was right after Chester Bennington of Linkin Park passed away. AJ, our singer, and myself were really down about that. Like, he was a huge influence on us, and we decided to do a cover of Linkin Park. It basically started us kind of getting that itch to do metal again, because we were both really just focused on pop music at that point.
Even though the drummer, Justin Marshall, is the lead singer's son, there was no family favoritism played in his role as the drummer.
My dad is always, like, I remember when they told me it could be 3-4 years before I was ready to be in here, and this was during quarantine. And having that time to have to not go to school and not go to work, I was just playing so much. We had so much time together, and it just ended up working that way to where I could be in here. But it was definitely not a, yeah, you get this.
In such a competitive industry, Trying Times is working hard to put themselves over the rest. With Maroon News 8, I'm Aaron Monson.